It's doing it. And because there's new students, let me just give you my spiel. This is an all levels class, as I mentioned to those of you coming in. I will offer all levels. So take what works for you, leave the rest. This class is also heavily influenced by my eclectic background in fitness and all different kinds of modalities, from Sanskrit to Ayurveda, philosophy, MindBody therapy, all of it. I just put it all out on the mat. And yeah, so I have an interest in functional movement and mobility, and I try to keep the class kind of generally around that topic. I don't play music. So my philosophy is music takes you out of your experience, and showing up on the mat is a personal inquiry into svadhyaya, or self-study. And so we can study the body, we can study the mind. A lot of that stuff comes up. And I have a system to my classes. So each class will kind of feel the same as a structure, even though it's eclectic. I have a really hard time doing the same thing twice. I just do, even when I try. So that's the vata in me, right? So vata is a mix of elements of air and ether. It tends to be very irregular. And so that comes out in my classes as well. I always start class in a centering practice. It's usually 3 to 5 minutes. And so I invite you today to come to crocodile. If you don't like crocodile, you can come to shavasana. But crocodile is on your belly. The legs, you get these things are maybe a little wider. It's going to turn out so your pelvis feels comfortable. And if it's better for you to have the toes turned in or straight out, that's fine. Elbows under the shoulders, just to lift your chest slightly and put a little pressure on your diaphragm. You can clasp the elbows with your hands and rest your forehead on your forearm. If that's not comfortable for your shoulders, feel free. Make some fists, give yourself a pillow. Goalpost the arms, turn your head to one side. Whatever it is, it will allow you to relax here for a few moments. It's an invitation to find stillness in your body, and also stillness in your mind, which sometimes takes a few moments. The first thing your mind might do is tell you what's going on in your body. So listen in. Notice areas that feel tense, tight, tender, fatigued, stressed. Notice any areas where you feel like you're holding on or gripping. Send an invitation to that area to soften. Continue to allow your body to be held, the support beneath you. And then find some good space. Sukha. Find a place in your body that feels really good. It will be a resource for you to come back to as you practice. Check in with your breath. Just begin to notice the body breathing. It's part of the autonomic nervous system. Your body will do it for you. But we can tap into the nervous system by actively participating in the breath. So for the next few breaths, I invite you to breathe deeply. Breathe in, feel your belly press against the mat, and then breathe out. Allow the navel to drop towards the spine. Actively participating here is utilizing your diaphragm, which is a muscle. This is the muscle that allows you to breathe. When the diaphragm contracts, the lungs expand, increasing your capacity for breath, for nourishment. When the diaphragm releases, the lungs release anything you no longer need. So feel into that flow, follow the rhythm of your breath. as you continue to breathe, check in with the energy that you're bringing here to practice today. How are you feeling? Strong, tapped out, calm, anxious, stable. What are you showing up with today? And let that inform your practice today. Take a moment just to check in with your mind. Notice any thoughts that are arriving with you. Could be just a scan of this morning or a preview of your day or something that's been on your mind arising. Acknowledge it. Oh, I'm having this thought. And then set it aside so that you can just be here in your practice. Let the breath soften. Just go back to its natural rhythm, letting the body breathe. And we'll begin some movement. So you can lift yourself up, lift the chest. Remember onto your elbows, stack them under your shoulders. The palms can be spread. Big pose. So let the hips be heavy. Lift the chest. Draw it through your shoulders. Allow the shoulders to come back. Your gaze can start just directly in front of you. And then keeping the shoulders lifted, drop your chin to your chest. Take a nice big stretch through the back of the neck. And then take some half circles. Draw your chin up to one shoulder and then to the other. Continuing to press into your elbows to soften the hips. Bring your chin back to center and bring your gaze forward. We'll pillow the hands, like elbows come out to the side, and draw your right knee up towards your right elbow. See if you can settle into your hips here. Notice if you're gripping and holding on. The forehead can relax onto the pillowed hands. You can bring some movement into the hip, maybe just a little shift from side to side, especially if you feel any clenching, to see what you can allow to release. Then if it feels okay, come back up onto your elbows. The variation of space here, checking into the right hip, the left hip, and sensing any gripping that's happening. And then we'll send the right leg back, release yourself down. This time, draw your left knee up towards your left hip. Pillow your hands, rest your forehead, and check into this side. Maybe with a little bit of a shift or some movement into the hip, allowing for release of tension if there's anything holding. Staying right there, or coming up onto the elbows. And in here. Then we'll bend the left leg back. You can pillow the hand once again. Lift the soles of your feet up to the sky, windshield wiper your legs. So this will be your first option here. Notice how this feels in the low back area and in the hips. Second option is to release the legs. We'll send the right leg ball, put a bend into the right knee, and then take the right foot across the body, letting the upper body stay. Then bring the right leg back, extend it to join the left, and you'll switch sides. So the left knee bends and lifts as you take that left foot across the body, just stretching it out. The foot may or may not reach the floor, that doesn't matter. Going from side to side. One more to each side. So take it slow. Then come back and settle in. Draw your elbows back under your shoulders, meeting with Sphinx. We're gonna fire up the abdomen, the core a little here. So invitation, press into your feet and begin to lift the hips up. Now, if you can't lift the hips up, you can just think about lifting the hips up, right? So you're in a little forearm plank here. You can lift the hips as high as you want, and then bring yourself back down. You can keep the tops of the feet on the mat, or even curl your toes under and come back up. So you're just lifting and lowering to start to build some fire. And you may feel that already. And if you're not there yet, just doing it. Visualizing and creating the possibility that it could happen. Let's do one more. We'll all arrive back in Sphinx pose. Then slide your hands back under your shoulders. Keep your elbows tight and press yourself up to all fours. If you'd like to have a blanket under your knees, you can add one. We'll stack the joints here. Begin a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Hugging. And releasing. You can take any movement here. You want to do a little hoppy, side to side, little roll, whatever would feel good in your body. Now we'll continue to work with the hips. So come back to center, stacking the joints here. Take the left knee back towards the back of your mat, then draw it out to the side, and we'll plant the left foot down on the mat. Now your toes will be turned out to the side here. Good. And then shift your weight back towards your right hip. Bring yourself forward, and then slowly bend the knee, lift, and set that leg back down. We'll do the other side. So the right knee goes back, comes out to the side, gently set the right foot down, toes pointing out, shift your weight back, and then bring yourself forward. Nice and slow, lift the foot, draw the knee around, and back down, and we'll switch sides. Left knee up, out to the side, plant the foot. Find steadiness there, shift yourself back, and then bring yourself forward. Slowly lift and send it back. Right side. Up, around, plant the foot, think back, and come forward. Up, around, and release. Let's do one more. So send the left knee back, out to the side, slowly plant the foot, sink back, bring yourself forward, lift, and around. Up, my right side, right knee back, bend the foot, shift back, come back up, and then up and around. Good. Let's get off the hands, plant your toes under, and bring yourself back onto your heels. If this does not feel good for your feet, I encourage you to come on and off the feet, but it's really good to stretch out. So you can also use a block under your seat. Let's draw the arms out to goalposts, shoulder height, lift the chest, spread the fingers. We'll cross the right elbow over the left. Now you can just take the hands to the shoulders, or if you can do that full wrap eagle arms, draw the elbows out, lift them up, feel that stretch under the arms. And then we'll use the exhale to round forward. So begin to tuck the chin, take the elbows towards the belly, and release the head. Notice if you're trying to hold the head up, the head be heavy. You can stay in stillness, you can take a little movement here. And then inhale to bring yourself up. Let's bring the arms out. And we'll switch. So the left elbow goes on top of the right. Maybe single wrap or double wrap. Elbows out and lift up. Feel that stretch under the arms. And then use your exhale to tuck. Anybody warm? Oh. Tuck, release. Don't hold your head up. Breathe. And then come back out. So open your arms out to the side. Release your hands down. Just do a couple of shoulder rolls. Both directions. Okay, let's come back. So come back to all fours. Options here. Plank, modified plank. They're both available. There's also option to be right on your hands and knees through all of this. If you're uncomfortable, come down into a forearm plank. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees and step back. So find a forearm plank here. Let your gaze be down. Let the spine be long. Now we'll come to a side plank. So you're going to kickstand that left arm in, reach the right arm up to the sky. So you're just tipping over onto the side. Now here's a fun option. I'm just going to give this to you if you want. Set your hips down. Roll so that you feel like you've got some balance and lift your feet up to your fingers. Yeah. And then come back up. Side plank. Back to forearm plank. You got it. Good. So, other side. Stay on the right. Reach the left arm up. Remember, you can stop at any time. I'm just giving you some options. Maybe step the hips down. Find that stability so that you can lift your toes up to your fingers. And then bring yourself back. Forearm plank. Come back to center. Release the knees down. Table. Curling the toes under, downward facing dog. Just pull it out. Take a few breaths here. Pedal it out. Make any movements that you like. You can shake your head. You can take a knee from side to side. From your down dog. Let's go through a little flow here. Lift your knee or lift your heels. Come forward into a plank pose. Put a bend into your knees. Shift your hips back towards your heels. Then back to downward facing dog. So that's the flow. Lifting the heels. Come forward into a plank. Bend the knees. Send the hips back to the heels. Downward facing dog. You can also keep going. You can also go through table and child's pose here. Next time you come back to downward facing dog, pause there. Bend your weight back towards your heels. So your heels may not touch the mat, that's okay. All of our ankle bones are different, and for some people, it's just a matter of it's never going to happen. But the idea is for the energy to be pushing into the heels and rooting down into the neck. So see if you can tap into the energy behind this pose of rooting down the heels, planting the hands, and then sending the tailbone up to the sky. Let's shift our weight to the right foot, send the left foot back. See if you can keep it hip height. Use the skill, the sense of proprioception. Is your left foot drawing directly back from your hip? Dial the left toes down. And then we'll draw the knee into the nose. Shift your weight over your wrist and step your left foot forward, crossing the right knee. Back in with your left knee. The safest place to put the left knee is over the left ankle. Does it have to be there? No. I do a lot of things with knees over toes, and that's just fine. But make sure that the knee feels comfortable. Moving the foot forward if you need to, and rapid walks if you'd like to take the floor up. Utilize blocks, especially if you don't have a lot of flexibility, give you more access to this back hip. They're not necessary, but if you like to have them, use them. We'll move in and out of the step a couple of times, keeping the left toes on the mat to stretch through the shin. Keep this movement going, but the next time you go back, lift the left toes. Notice the difference. So lifting the left toes as you go back, plant the foot, drop the hips, lift the chest as you come forward. Moving slowly, in and out. Next time you come forward, just pause there. At any time, you can lift the back knee. Anytime, if you want a little bit more power. Or just widen your fingers. Bring the hands to the thigh. We're going to work the balance here. So remember, if that left foot is closer to the left side of the mat and the right knee is closer to the right side, you're on railroad tracks. More stability. Reach your arms up. The palms are facing one another, the hands are active. We'll drop the right arm down and reach the left arm over. So it's a lateral bend of the spine. Then come back up to center. And we'll switch. So the left arm goes down, the right arm goes over. Bring yourself back up. Palms are facing one another. Draw the hands behind the head. Open the elbows out to the side and lift your chest. You're opening through the front of the shoulders. Maybe doing a little squeeze. The shoulder blades coming together to open the heart space. Your gaze can stay forward or maybe go up to where the wall meets the ceiling. You can lean back. Let the head rest into the hands. And then release. Let's take the hands down to the mat. Pull your right toes under. Step back to your plank pose. So plank, modified plank, child's pose, table, all available. If you want to have a little bit of fun with me today, shift your weight to your left hand. Reach your right arm back as you shift your weight towards your right foot. Or to your hands towards your right foot. Come back. Then shift your weight back, bend your knees, take your left hand to your left. And then away. One more time to each side. Right hand reaches back. Full plank. And then left hand reaches back. Full plank. Front plank, child's pose, or downward facing dog. You choose. Someone asked me the other day, like, why did we do down dog? I don't know. Right? There's so many answers to that question. But what is just a pause? So if the intention here on down dog is to pause, it doesn't have to be down dog. What is a position, a pose, an asana that you can choose right now for a pause? Pause to check in. Remember, we're looking for a mix of effort and ease in our practice. And the key to finding out where that line is can you still breathe? Can you breathe? Wherever you are, come back up. Downward facing dog. Move down to the heels, pressing the hands, tailbone reaches up. Shift your weight to your left foot and send your right leg back. So you're pressing back to your heel. Imagine that it's hip height, right? Find it with your proprioception. Is your right leg hip height? Are the toes pointing down towards your mat? Is your heel pressing away? Then we'll draw the knee into the nose, send the shoulders above the wrist, and step the right foot forward. Drop the left knee. Or we can use blocks. Maybe lifting yourself up. Take a few breaths to check in with the pelvis. Notice where you want to be. And remember, we're on railroad tracks. So stabilize by taking that right foot a little bit closer to the right side of the mat and the left knee closer to the left. We'll begin some movement, shifting in and out of the hip. These first couple of times, keep your right toes down. And then as you feel ready, when you shift back, you can lift the right toes. Still moving in and out of the hip. When you come forward, pause there. Remembering that every time you can curl your left toes under and lift your left knee for a little more fire. Spread the fingers to the hands, to the thighs. Allow for the hips to be heavy here as you sink the hips forward. We'll send the arms up to the sky with the palms facing one another. Spread the fingers, nice active hands here. We'll work a little with balance. So that left arm can come down, the right arm can reach over. Level, bend to the spine. Finding your balance. Notice the body subtly adjusting, stabilizing. And then bring yourself back up. We'll send the right arm down, the left arm over. Coming back up, palms facing one another, active hands. Take the hands behind the head, elbows out to the side. Allow for the head to rest in the hands as you draw the elbows out, maybe even squeezing the shoulder blades together to open the heart space. Gaze can stay straight or it can go up where the wall and the ceiling meet. Stay steady with your breath. Notice how you can use your breath to increase the capacity of the lungs, right? So you can use the diaphragm, breathing deeply, opening. That's gonna reach the hands back up. We'll send the hands down to frame the right foot, left toes curl under, come back to a plank pose. Modified plank, full plank. You decide. Pressing the floor away from you. Now for all my fiery pizzas, if you want, looking again. Bend your knees, reach your left hand back to your left foot. Come forward. Hold on, let the right leg. We'll do 3 sets. Finding out balance between effort and ease. Are you still breathing? After that last one, full plank. We'll all meet for a pause, either down dog, child's pose, table. What would you choose to pause in this moment? While you're there, check in. Let's all come to downward facing dog, anchoring through your heel. Unplug your hands and walk your hands back. So you're arriving at the back of your mat and forward fold. We'll take a moment for a ragdoll. Having the elbows in the hands, just allow for the head to be heavy. And I can hold it up. We do enough of that every day. Then release your hands down. We'll come halfway up, putting your hands to your shins, The crown of your head reaches forward as you extend the spine, draw your shoulders away from the ears. Pausing here in stillness, but still breathing deeply. Then you can take your hands to your hips, working to the back of your head. Hinge. Draw yourself all the way up to standing. Relax the shoulders. And take a big step forward with your left foot. So we'll step the left foot forward. You can run, you can find your stability. Remember, railroad tracks, so left foot, left side of the mat, right foot towards the right side. The angle of your right foot really depends on the shape of your ankle bones, your knees, and your hips. Slightly turned out to the right, but just make sure your ankle and your knee feel safe. You can draw the hips to face the short end of the mat. Using your hands can be helpful. Remember, we have proprioception, which is our body's ability to notice where we are in space, and we can utilize the sense of touch to help with that. Right? So you can draw your right hip forward, your left hip back, relaxing your shoulders here. We're going to move in and out of this warrior one pose. So begin to put some of your weight into your left foot. And you can draw the torso forward. We'll balance on the left foot as we draw the right knee in. Your hands can stay on your hips, or you can reach down and draw the right knee in, finding balance there. And then slowly send your right foot back. So you're back to that warrior position, feeling secure and steady on both feet. That's the practice. Transferring the weights, lifting, drawing yourself up. And slowly sending yourself back. A couple more times. And remember, if you're struggling with balance, find a focus, right? A drishti, something that's not moving. So it's not the person in front of you or beside you or me. Right? That steadiness that you can tap into so you can continue this movement. And then let it be play, let it be light. Moving in and out. Next time you come up, just come on and pause there. You can stay, modify hand to foot. You could reach your left arm up to the sky. You could also open this up. So the left hand can come to the outside of your right knee, the right arm can reach forward. And you can begin to turn towards your right. Opening the left arm, right arm either out to the side or even to the back. Your gaze can follow. And then slowly unwind. Bring yourself forward. We'll step the right foot down to join the left. Arrive at the top of your mat into Tadasana. So remember, Tadasana is very active. You're rooting down through the feet. You're lifting up through the legs. The legs are active. The whole torso lifts. Your hands reach for the ground. The crown of the head reaches up to the sky. You're still breathing. Everything's fired up. You're breathing. Finding stability. Still. Finding a sense of ease. Now go ahead. And just take a little twist. Let it go. Maybe roll the shoulders. We'll begin to settle into the feet. I always like bouncing my feet. I don't know why I do that, but bouncing the feet and just need that rooting energy. I'm going to root down, start to put a bend into my legs, keep the chest lifted, and bounce. Take your right hand on your chest and your left hand behind your low back. What we're trying to do is keep that lifted as we sink back into chair. So you might notice when you come down that the chest comes forward. Try to keep it lifted and only go down as far as your body allows for that to happen. Once you're there, you can take your hands to your hips or prayer or reach out or reach out, whatever variation of chair pose you would like. Again, feeling that rooting energy down, but the body is also rising up. It's a duality, right? Root down, rise up, feel strong. supposed victory. Right? You just find your breath. Use your breath as your tool to stay. Inhale, exhale. 3 more breaths. Building that fire. Take a big inhale and reach out. Take your right hand to your left wrist, look down to your feet, and laterally down to the side. Look down to your left foot. Big stretch to the side body. Let's come back up. Switch. And take it over to the left. Bring it down to your right foot. Come back up. Use an exhale to release your hands down, nice and slow. All the way down and down. We'll begin to tuck the chin. Now we're going to roll down. I invite you to roll as slow as you can. Tuck the chin. Allow for the shoulders to roll forward. Feeling the release in the upper back. The mid back. Notice the left of your knees. Soften your knees. Extend into where your fingertips are. On the legs, right? Use proprioception. Find it. Where are your fingers? Follow your fingers down as you continue to release. The hands coming all the way down to the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need so that you can plant your hands and step back like those. Wrong plank. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Root down through your heel. Unplug your hands and walk yourself back. Forward folding the back of your mat. This time, we're going to round up. So go as slowly as you can. Start to push down into the feet, tucking the pelvis. Let the upper body stay rounded and released forward as you tuck. Again, find something to follow. Maybe it's your hands. Maybe it's your energy. You can just follow the sense of your energy as you come all the way up. Once you're up, roll your shoulders, just relax, and step your right foot forward. We're going to set in here, finding that perfect position, and maybe not, but a good position where you feel steady, and the feet and the left knee feels protected. And so the hips can be helpful, right? So that you can imagine that your hips are facing the short end of your mat for warrior one. Start to soften to the upper body. So you can put a little more energy and effort into that right leg to find stability there, and then draw the left knee up. And you may keep the hands on the hips, or you can draw the left knee in, and then you'll work slowly to set yourself back down. Moving in and out of those two positions. Remembering to use your focus, your drishti, your gaze to help. Another tip of balance. The tip of your tongue, so where the teeth meet the root of your mouth or the roof of your mouth. That pressure point, it really can help with balance. If you're struggling. Next time you come up, let's pause there. Staying in that modified hands and foot. You can take your right arm up to the sky just for that counter balance, or open it up by taking the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. The left arm reaches forward and then perhaps opens up with your gaze following. Remember, hang a minute. We're always going to come with a balancing, not finding balance. It's an action. So if you found the balance, there's no work happening, there's no growth. Allow yourself to fall in and out, and then catch yourself. That's where the growth happens. We'll begin to unwind, take it slow, and then you can set your left foot to join your right. Let's begin to find chair pose, sinking the hips back to the heels. Remember, keep the chest up. Any variation of chair with the arms forward or up. Feeling the fire increase, but finding your strength here. The strength roots down and rises up. Apana, going down. Udana, lifting up. There's all the winds of Vata. So you have this downward energy, you have this upward energy, you have this circulation energy, the fire. You have the outward energy just beaming out, reaching out to all sides. And Apana. Find your breath. 3 more breaths. Take an inhale and then exhale, forward fold. Take a moment here, release the head, maybe a little red tongue, a little rock from side to side. And release the hands, bending the knees as much as you need, so that you can plant in hands and step back to a plank pose. Now, your choice. Chaturanga, knees, elbows in, chin, chest. However you'd like to get down to the mat. Keep your elbows in. Press into the top of your feet, press into your hips. Begin to lift the torso up. Stay with your breath here. Take one more breath in. And when you exhale, release down, go close to your arms. Turn your head to the right. So press down onto your left ear. Let's come back to center. Hands back under the shoulders, elbows tucked in. Press into your feet, into your hips. Lift up. Gaze us down. So make sure you're not looking forward. Slightly in front of the hands. Take one more breath. And then release down to bring your head to the left. Release down onto the right ear. Let's come back to center. So hands under the shoulders, elbows in. You can shadow over yourself back up. Or just press yourself up to a table. From table, well, just kickstand your feet up to one side so you can come to a seat. All right, seated. Find your sit bones, knees are bent, feet are planted on the floor. Back is lifted. Arms reach out. Take a moment to lean back slightly so you feel that engagement. Oh, you can stay there. You could reach your arms up. You could lift your legs, keeping your knees bent. You could straighten your legs, reach your arms. Lots of variations. Find a boat that allows you for that sense of ease, like that good space. Sukha. There's effort. There's a sense of ease. And gently, you can find out by making sure you can breathe. Chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed, breath is steady. Let us plant the feet. Take the hands behind you, fingertips pointing to the hips if that's okay to your shoulders or away from you. Push into your hands and into your feet with your hips. Be mindful of your neck here. Make sure you can swallow and breathe. Let's come back into boat one more time. You decide. Everyone to be in boat. What happens with the effort to the mind? Just check in with your mind. Notice if it's talking to you. And then turn your focus back to your breath. We'll either come into reverse table, which we just did, or step the feet down, hands come behind you, toes reach down towards the mat as you lift the hips. Reverse plank. Wherever you are, slowly release down. Come back onto the sit, focus on the legs back. Right leg forward, left leg comes in. Settle into the hips, lift the chest, and we'll come forward. Single leg forward fold. Take a few breaths here. Remember, the newest science for flexibility, 30 seconds per body part, 5 times a week. 30 seconds. Use your inhale to come out. We'll send the left leg long, the other way with you. Readjust, widen the bones, and then when you're ready, come forward. As we move into our seated postures, which we hold a little bit longer, the mind often likes to go. See if you can focus, keep it here, partner with your breath. And when you notice yourself lost in thought, just say, I'm thinking, acknowledge it, and come back. Use your inhale to come up. We'll send the right leg to join the left. And with a little white bar realignment. Or we come down, bend the knees. You can use your hands to support you. You can also reach the arms forward. Come all the way down onto the mat, extending the arms and the legs. So reach up. Draw the right knee in. Squeeze the right knee in as you extend out through the left heel. So flex your left foot. Then we'll take the right knee across the body. So draw the right knee across to the left. You can extend your right arm out to the side. You can even turn your head to the right. Don't worry too much about your right knee reaching the floor. Try to stay anchored into the shoulder blades. And allow for your focus to be on the spine. Notice if there's any gripping. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Draw the right knee into the chest. Put bend into your left knee and plant the foot. We'll set the right foot across the left thigh, pushing the right knee away. You can stay there. Or lift the left foot and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Taking the hands to the shin or the left thigh. Staying in stillness or even taking that little rock from side. Keep your left knee in. Extend your right leg long. Flex your right foot. Press out through the right heel as you draw your left knee in. Then we'll guide the left knee across the body. So we'll go over to the right. The shoulder blades anchored down. Maybe your left arm reaches to the left. Perhaps the head turns to the left. Securing through the torso. So you can allow the rotation of the spine. Notice areas that feel tight. Send your breath there. Allow for your breath to create space. Slowly begin to unwind. Put a bend into your right knee. Take your left foot across the right thigh. Press the left knee away. Or draw the right knee in. Hands can be around the shin or the thigh. You can take a little rock or hold stillness. Release the hands to draw the left knee back into the chest, joining the right. And then sit to one side. We'll press up. Find a bolster, perhaps block. You can use a blanket as well. You can sit on a blanket. So bolster is going to be parallel to your mat. Be a blanket here. You can also use a blanket for your head. We'll send the hips to the bolster. Blocks can be nice as we draw the soles of the feet together, just to turn on their sides at an angle. We'll move on to the knees. And then we'll come back onto the bolster for pine to butterfly. The arms can be out to the side with the palms facing up. Or remember, anytime that we're doing chest openers, it's a place of vulnerability. It can be great to open the heart space, but it can also feel vulnerable. So if you're in this position, there is another option to take the hands either to the belly or one hand to your heart and one to your belly. So we are final asana, final pose. Allow yourself to settle in and be held by the support beneath you. My main hope is that each one of my yoga students will find a practice that they can do every day, no matter where they are. And so I invite you to find something that works for you, that you can commit to every day, even if it's just recline butterfly. And it's great to have props in the studio, but you can use a pillow for the bolster. I'm sure you have a blanket around. You could use books for blocks. Find something that you can utilize as a tool. That's what I think of yoga practices for me, as a toolkit that I can go back to daily. Find your breath here. And stay with the breath, continuing to allow your body to relax and feel supported. Use your hands to support your knees as you draw them back up towards the sky. And gently make your way off the bolster, coming up. We'll move to find a relaxation pose, perhaps Shavasana. You now on to right. Arch your leg extended. If you find it's hard to lay flat, if you have any low back issues, you can bend your knees, take the feet to the outside edges of your mat, and then just draw the knees in towards one another. The palms facing up with the invitation to receive, the palms facing down, the invitation or attention to conserve. Take a few moments just to settle in, adding any props you would like. Bolster is nice under the knees, pillow for the head. Once again, finding stillness. Allow the body to go. Allow your awareness to come to the tip of your nose. Follow your breath in and out of the nose. And as you follow the breath, you can imagine drawing the breath across the bridge of your nose to the center of your mind, and then exhaling out the tip of your nose. Drawing the breath in, let it paint the bridge of your nose, and then release the breath out the tip of your nose. You can follow this flow for your breath. Single pointed focus, utilizing pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, to dharan, concentration. But you might find that you drift into dhyana, which is a feeling of meditative state of bliss. Pure. And so as you follow the breath towards this state of bliss, allow yourself to just be. And if you find the mind wandering, withdraw the senses. Come back to that single pointed focus of your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Just notice the body breathing and actively participate by lengthening your inhale and exhale. And then let your awareness expand out to the tip of your nose, to the tips of your fingers and toes. See if you can feel the slight touch of the air on your skin. Notice the smells. Notice what you can hear, perhaps that slight buzzing. vibration of energy that surrounds us. Slowly beginning movement, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling the ankles, wrists, bending the knees. Whatever movement would feel just right for you at the moment. Move in a way that feels good. Let your physical body expand out into the space around you as your awareness continues to grow into this space. Allow for your movements to get bigger, eventually letting them draw you over to one side. Then pause at one side, taking this time before moving on to the next thing. Practice the pause here on your mat so that you can practice it in your life. Pausing so that you can respond with intention, with awareness. When you're ready, press yourself up. Come on up to a seat. It's neat in an easy seated pose. Once you arrive, what you not arrive? Feel rooted down to the sit bones. Feel the spine light, extending up towards the sky, reaching up to the crown of your head as you relax your shoulders away from your ears. Drawing the hands out to the side, turn your palms up, reach up. Inhale up, pressing the palms together over your head, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Thumbs to your sternum, nose to your fingertips. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.
Namaste.